What up, humans? Kurumi here, and welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. In this video, we are going to talk about the marksman, Lesley. Lesley has a good set of mobility, buff, crowd control, and burst skills. Our sniper, Lesley, is a marksman hero. I consider Lesley as a burst assassin marksman, since her skills makes her deal burst damage. Not only that, she is really mobile and could push away enemies because of her skills. The unique thing about Lesley is she uses energy instead of mana when using skills. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Lesley based on my experience. I will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain her skills one by one for further understanding. Lesley's passive, Lethal Shot, grants Lesley boosted critical hits and critical chance on her next basic attack. Her passive is activated when she doesn't receive any damage for a short period of time. Using any skill will also activate the effect of her passive skill. Not only that, her passive also converts fixed physical penetration points into critical rate. Unfortunately, physical penetration percentage is not affected with this. Each of her basic attack grants her 5 energy. Lesley's first skill, Master of Camouflage, makes her mobile and boosts her next basic attack. Lesley enters the camouflage state for a few seconds. While on this state, her movement speed is increased and granted an additional physical attack. Dealing or receiving damage while on this state will cancel the camouflage state. The good thing about this skill is she can't be targeted with single target skills. But she can still be hit by area of effect skills. In this state, she's not completely invisible, but it's only distorted. Her second skill, Tactical Grenade, lets her throw a tactical grenade forward. This grenade explodes in a fan-shaped area in front of her. This deals damage and knocks back the enemy's hit. This also makes Lesley jump backwards. Using this skill will cancel Ultimate Snipe, her ultimate, and release its fatal bullets. Lesley's ultimate skill, Ultimate Snipe, detects all enemies around her within a certain radius. She then locks onto an enemy hero and fires 4 deadly bullets. These bullets deal certain physical damage, plus a percentage of the target's missing health points as physical damage. Given that, the bullets fired can be blocked by other enemy heroes. Each bullet that hits a target will restore a certain amount of energy to Lesley. There are so many items that you can buy for Lesley. You can focus on offensive items since Lesley is a marksman. For me, I choose to buy items that grants critical chance, critical damage, and physical attack. In my opinion, you can consider buying Swift Boots for Lesley. Swift Boots grants her additional attack speed and movement speed. Having additional attack speed will make Lesley attack more. This will let you deal lots of attacks, especially during team fights. Buying attack items, such as Berserker's Fury, can boost your damage effectively. This item gives you additional physical attack and critical chance. Its unique passive grants you additional critical damage on your critical hits. Also, dealing critical hits will increase your physical attack by a certain amount, for a short period of time. This is a great combo with your passive, since you are almost sure to deal critical hits when your passive is active. Buying attack items, such as Endless Battle, can boost your damage effectively. This item gives you additional physical attack, health, mana regen, lifesteal, movement speed, and cooldown reduction. Its unique passive grants you additional true damage on your next basic attack after using a skill. Triggering the passive of this skill also grants you additional movement speed. Given that her first skill has low cooldown, this item is the best pick for Lesley. You might want to consider Blade of Despair. This item grants additional physical attack and movement speed. Its unique passive will give you additional physical attack when the target's health is below a certain percentage. This is a great combo with your passive skill since you can deal more damage with this, along with your critical hits. The movement speed bonus can also help you chase enemies or escape death. You might also want to consider Windtalker. This item grants you additional attack speed, movement speed, and critical chance. Its unique passive deals magic damage to 3 enemies upon dealing basic attacks. This unique passive has a cooldown which depends on your critical chance. This will help you deal critical chance on every basic attack you deal. You might also want to consider Demon Hunter's Sword. This item gives you additional physical attack and attack speed. Its unique passive deals a percentage of target's current HP as additional physical damage. This can give you more attack speed to deal more basic attack. The item build for Lesley really depends on the enemy's lineup. So make sure to read each item's description so you can adapt in-game. One of the best spells to be used on Lesley is Flicker. You can use it to escape danger, even death. Being a marksman, survival and distance from the enemies is crucial. So use Flicker yourself out of danger to last long in team fights. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Assassin Emblem set. Custom Assassin Emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as a fighter. Set Bravery to max level because it can give you extra physical attack. Higher physical attack will give you more powerful damage, especially when you are hitting critical hits with your first skill. Setting Invasion to max level will provide additional physical penetration to your physical damage. Higher physical penetration deals more physical damage to enemies. That means your critical rate will be higher because of your passive skill. Get Bounty Hunter to gain extra gold upon killing an enemy. Lesley can basically kill easily with her skills once she gets Berserker's Fury in endless battle. With Bounty Hunter, she can easily gain additional gold to buy Blade of Despair. For me, it's the best thing to get since Lesley can kill enemies easily, which will make her richer. First skill to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the base damage higher and the cooldown faster. That means you can deal more damage because you can cast more skills. Prioritize second skill less since her first skill is what you need for damage dealing. Always upgrade her ultimate skill when available for upgrading. Since Lesley is a marksman, you don't have to be inside the team fight. You have to be outside or at the back of the team fight. With your burst damage boosted by your first skill, you are the best asset in team fights. So you have to survive longer than anyone. In terms of team fights, I usually follow a combo for Lesley. I start with rushing to the team fight with my first skill. The movement speed boost lets me aid my team fights faster. Also, it ensures that my first hit will almost be a critical hit and with boosted damage. I just do basic attacks. I use my first skill again when its cooldown has been reset. I save my second skill and use it in times of need. At this scenario, I used my second skill to push all this away. Unfortunately, I missed, given that my passive skill is at work now since I used a skill. In another scenario, I started to hit with basic attack to abuse the passive's boost damage. Then I use my first skill to be granted again with damage boost. This also makes the passive skill's cooldown reset and ready to be used again. I save my second skill and use it in times of need. Now, I use my second skill to push Johnson away. Then, I just continue the usual basic attack plus first skill. We lost this team fight, but I was able to kill a couple of enemies still. Lesley's first skill not just grants you mobility, but it also makes you not targetable. Enemies can't target you with single target skills, but they can still damage you with area of effect skills. When you are against Helkert, make sure to use your first skill when he uses his ultimate. When he uses his ultimate, you always have to assume that he is after the easiest prey. And that is you, Lesley. So to make it harder for Helkert to target you, use your first skill. Lesley's ultimate skill is the best thing to... It's not just an offensive skill that kills escaping enemies from afar, but it also detects enemies. Yes, it does. Whenever I get outside the base, I usually spam my ultimate. This is to detect if enemies are near me, even if they are inside a bush. Not only I can detect enemies in the bush, but I can also detect heroes like Natalia. Natalia becomes invisible with her passive, but Lesley could easily detect her. On this scenario, I was able to detect Natalia from the bush by using my ultimate. Lesley is a good marksman to go against Natalia. Why? Because you can easily detect her when you have your ultimate before she comes behind you. Detecting her gives you time to rush to safety. On another note, you also need pure luck on detecting her. On this scenario, I was able to detect her, but it was too late for me to do anything about it.
You have been slain.
Lesley's first skill damage boost also works on turrets, so make sure to use this skill on pushing to get the game to your advantage. Additional tip, you can use your second skill to jump through walls. Yes, you have superpowers now. Congratulations, human. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Lesley. This video just guides you on how to use Lesley the Kurumi way. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Lesley. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to my channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the featured video on our channel for the mechanics. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers.